Well, it doesn't get more high octane than this. We're going to be making a excluder board for the bees using one of these Rhombus bee escapes. So things we've got, just a bit of old board. It's just a bit of 9mm shuttering ply that's been, I think it was the bottom of a chicken cage for a while. Some 2x1 for the edges to give some space for the bees when they clear down. Some tools, got a drill, that's just for pilot holes, the screwdriver, and a saw of some description, like this lazy one here. You also need a hive part for just to cut out the relevant size for your hives. I'm doing national, and this is an old broken plastic queen excluder. So I'm just going to draw around that and then get to work cutting it out. Right, now that I've got my board, I've got to fit these around the edges, so cut them down, fit them all around the edges and screw them on. Okay, time to screw them. Let's get some screws. Okay, I've got the screws. For these, I'm just going to use some plasterboard screws. Not too exciting. So here's a hole saw, and we're going to put a hole in the middle of this-ish for the bees to get out. Right, having got our hole in it for the bees to come out, we need to get this fixed onto the underside, because the bees drop into this and then filter out through these two narrow ends and find it hard to get back in. So we've got to get it under there and screw that in with just some little screws. Don't need many, I'm just putting 6 in. And there you have it. That's the so the bees drop down into and scooch out. A few little screw heads poking through, it won't matter. And hopefully enough room for them to clear down, because that hive is pretty full of bees. We'll give it a little shot. So here's the board we made. Just as you saw it. And it's got to go in here somehow. Clearing out these two first and these two later. This here has portal escapes on, which are rubbish. So these soups are still full of bees. Yep, full of bees. So with the hole on the top, the escape on the bottom, pop that on there. And then this straight back on top. Yeah. Come on. That's another reason I'm only doing 2. That must weigh 45 pounds. Okay, then just leave them to it. So here's the end result. Just taken off the 2 supers from that clearing board that we made. There you are. Inside, looking pretty clear. 1 or 2 bees. Brush off or smoke off. And that's it, ready.